Welcome to another episode of Your Favorite Libertarian. In today's episode, we're going to be going over the Primary Arms SLX 5x36mm Gen 3 Prism scope, featuring the ACSS-AURORA reticle. And now it's time for everyone's favorite portion, what's in the box? First, let's start with the box itself, because this is actually a really nice box and it is very informative. Gives you a nice detailed, almost 3D picture of the optic itself in a few spots. It also gives you a really good detailed picture of the reticle. On the side, you have features and specs, and then you've got a little barcode here, and you have another close-up of the reticle itself. Should also note, not that most of you care, but this is actually really easy to slide off, and not like the the HoloSun boxes that I've had to give tips on how to open. These are pretty easy. Got a little sticker here. You can enter in to win their social media contest thing. You have a scope manual, microfiber cloth of course, and a manual specifically for the reticle. And I'll go through this real quick so that you can see all the different pages. Feel free to pause the video at any time as I go through these, because they're very detailed and very helpful. So reverse it a little bit and get a close-up here. This is going to give you a little bit more detail than I even did in the features, so if you want to check that out, there's some information for you there. Next, we have the optic itself in this protective bag. It comes with the riser already installed, the Picatinny rail already installed, and it comes with these flip up or flip down lens protectors. You'll notice on the bottom here for that riser, you have 2 screws going through here. It also comes with shorter screws that are already Loctited as well, so that you can replace these screws, get rid of the riser, and have this optic sit lower. You also have 2 Allen keys. One is a star, one is not. The one that is not will allow you to tighten these up if you need to. I don't know why you would, but it's provided as well. And then this little star-shaped one is going to go in here to help you tighten or loosen these screws to remove this top Picatinny rail. Then you also have this guy. This is going to really give you some leverage when tightening these 2 screws up and mounting your optic. The specs. First, let's start with the battery. This utilizes a CR2032 3-volt lithium battery. Super common, used in most illuminated optics. The click value for this optic is 1/3 MOA. It's got an eye relief of 2.5 to 3 inches. Field of view at 100 yards is 18.8 feet. You have the option of either red or green illumination for the chevron. A magnification of 5 power, and that is fixed, meaning it is not adjustable. Comes with a M1913 Picatinny mount. It is not night vision compatible. The reticle is of course the ACSS-AURORA 556 reticle. The turrets are capped and tool adjustable, and all this comes in at a weight of 18.4 ounces and a price of $329.99. Features! We must first start with the mount itself, which is really the foundation of the optic. If you have a crappy mount, you're going to have a crappy time shooting through your glass, because you'll constantly be losing zero. Well, not with this new ruggedized mount that provides exceptional clamping power, you won't. Oh, and did I mention that this optic is compatible with standard carry handle mount? That's right, you can now go to the range and stand shoulder to shoulder with all those young kids and their Unity tactical mounts and show them how you were mounting optics high before it was cool. The ACSS-AURORA reticle is mill-based with ranging and holdovers up to 800 meters. It's got a partially illuminated reticle, which means the chevron itself is the only part of the optic that is illuminated. It's etched as well if you want to use it without illumination, and you have the ability to switch between red or green illumination. This also comes with a removable top Picatinny rail, which I think was a really nice touch. It gives you the ability, if you want to have a piggybacked red dot sight or any other accessories on top. And if you don't find that you need or don't want to use that, you can actually remove it and save that weight. This Prism scope is waterproof, fog resistant, and shock proof. It's got a durable hard coat anodized black finish and is magically protected by a lifetime warranty. Pros and cons. First, let's start with cons so that we can end on a positive note. First con for me would be the chevron. The chevron is great for fast acquisition type shooting. It's great for a lot of things. What I don't feel it excels at as much is getting an exact point of aim, especially when you're doing fuddy stuff like zeroing on a bullseye target. Zeroing on a bullseye target with crosshairs, much easier to make sure that you're dead center and you're exactly where you want to be. Or also a dot. A dot is very easy to get dead center and exactly where you want to be with that dot. A chevron, because it is that triangular shape, for whatever reason, it just isn't as easy. It's very doable, just not as easy as crosshairs would be. The next con is going to be the battery life. I was pretty surprised with this one because one, there wasn't really any marketing material out there that would tell you how long the battery life was. You had to purchase the optic, in my case, read through the manual to then find that Easter egg of the battery life. And I think the reason they're hiding it is because it's so low. It's only 3,000 hours, which may sound like a lot to you, but most optics out there are claiming battery life of 50,000 plus hours and have shake awake technology, so it's also going to shut off when you're not using it. This is not the case. No shake awake, only 3,000 hours of battery life. And all that's being illuminated is not the entire reticle that's etched, only the chevron is being illuminated, which is weird that just that is draining the same battery that these other red dots use so quickly. The only saving grace that it has is that it is an etched reticle. And that means even after the battery dies, the optic is still usable. Next up, eye relief. Now it does have eye relief that is better than one competitor that I won't name that is insanely more expensive. But for me, being 6'3", it is still not enough to where I can have the stock or brace as far back as I would normally have it and still be able to have a full field of view. I have not exactly half the field of view, but it is reduced from where I normally put my cheek up against the gun, pistol, rifle, whatever. This one's kind of obvious, but there's no adjustment in magnification. That should go without saying, but just in case you guys weren't aware, this is a fixed 5-power optic, so if you were trying to use this in closer quarters, it might not be as easy. It's still doable with both eyes open shooting if you have the reticle illuminated, but if you don't have it at the right setting and then you have a light on in a dark or dimly lit environment, it is going to throw your eyeballs off a little bit. Still doable, but it's not something you can have go down to 1 power when you're closer quarters. Here's one that was really weird. It has 1/3 MOA adjustments, which is weird in and of itself if it was an MOA reticle, but it's a mill-based reticle. Why are the adjustments not in mils if it's a mill-based reticle? If someone knows and has an idea of why, let me know in the comment section below. Now for the pros. First of which I would say is probably the price. For what you're getting, this is insanely affordable compared to like $1,200, $1,500 in some cases for certain reticle options of its major competitor. It's one more power magnification than the 4 power options that you have through another company, we'll say. And you're getting 2 illumination options. You're getting green and red. You're also getting the same ACSS-AURORA reticle that you can get in the other brand. And you're getting a mount to piggyback a red dot on top that is also removable. Pretty rad. You're also getting an adjustable diopter, which is going to adjust for your eye relief. Nice subdued logo on the side. Captured turret caps so they don't get lost. And flip up lens cap. Glass is super clear, reticle's pretty great, and altogether this is a fantastic value. A few quick announcements before we end the video. One, this particular optic is going to be on my 13.9 build that Treyarch Systems is currently building. There's been quite a few delays, as you've probably seen if you've ordered one. And what I'm guessing, probably the best estimate that I can think of is like a year from when I ordered it, which would be March of next year. So hopefully by then or sooner I'll have that and I'll be able to put that on that, do some more testing for you. In the meantime, I put it on my Aero Precision build that I'm working on right now and tested it that way. There's also going to be footage of the results of that testing in a future Aero Precision build series video, so stay tuned for that, and also stay tuned for my Treyarch video once I get that in. Alright boys and girls, that's going to do it for me and the Primary Arms SLX 5x36mm Gen 3 ACSS-AURORA Reticle Prism Scope. If you have any questions, if there's anything I didn't cover, leave it in the comment section below. If you like this video, be sure to like, share, and subscribe for more videos. Click that notification bell so you get notified every time I come up with a new super cool video. Click my Patreon link if you'd like to support my channel monetarily. And as always, thanks for watching. Stay free. God bless.
Blessings while we got them.